So basically, Labour, you've achieved nothing. Absolutely nothing. You have spent billions and engineered billions of things to do. Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome back to the Inn of Correction. So, Labour are, as previously covered in a previous video, are claiming they've done lots of things, even though most of it that they're claiming has either been done by private companies without any influence from them whatsoever, or actually done by the previous government, and they're just claiming. Well, they've put up a thing that they've actually done. So let's have a look what they've managed to do. So here we go. I'm going to keep it all nice and zoomed right in. So, Labour achievements of what? We've set up a national wealth fund. Means nothing. We binned the Rwanda plan and replaced it with nothing. Dealt decisively with far-right riots. No, we locked up people who dared do anything that we didn't agree with or bring us into disrepute. Started a COVID corruption inquiry, which will cost millions and is a bit of a stupid thing to do, as you lot voted for literally everything that was done during COVID. You didn't question anything. You never said anything. It's a bit hypocritical, but in any case, given the started to reset relations with Europe, or commonly known as getting us back into the EU and selling us down the river. Yeah, that's not an achievement. You seem to think it is, but it isn't. Given the green light to bring local bus services under public bus services under local control, like the ones in Birmingham, where services have been cut and they're all not running properly. And you've greenlit it, but you've not said how much that's going to cost. That's probably going to cost billions as well. And I guess who's going to pay for that? Confirmed removal of VAT exemption for private school fees, which is your big thing, except of course not going to save you as much money. Schools are closing. More pupils are now moving into state schools that can't cope. Even then you go, well, we're going to save that. No, you're not. You're talking arse. Authorised compensation for people affected by the infected blood scandal, which the other government were already going to do any case, but you're just taking credit for it. Set up an NHS 24/7 111 helpline for mental health. Means nothing. It's 111. You can never get through. And two, it's not going to solve anything. That is the old classic sticking plaster. Created a child poverty task force, which is going to cost billions, or millions at least, and succeed in doing, that's right, nothing. Announced free breakfast club kids to be rolled out from 2025. Well, that's good, except Kellogg started it years ago and you're taking credit for it and just trying to make it a bit bigger. You're not going to explain how it's going to be paid for, how it's going to be staffed, how it's going to be run, but it's all right because that's what we've done. And 2025, that's next year. So, yeah, whatever. Introduced plans to remove all hereditary peers from the Lords. Wow, bravo. How about just getting rid of the Lords at all? Oh, no, because you're just going to give them, so you give people who lick your butthole a job. And that's all parties, because that's what the Lords are, yeah? Started GB Energy, our publicly owned clean power company. That's going to cost a minimum of £8.6 billion and has succeeded in making us completely reliant on overseas gas from China. Yeah, you're doing great so far. Yeah, let's keep going. Introduced Renters' Rights Bill, which is going to cause more landlords to sell their houses because they don't want to pay to sort all these things out, which will reduce the housing stock and push up rents. Yep, well done. Bravo. Railways in public ownership run by Great British Rails. Right, we got rid of Great British Rail because it was crap and it never run on time. But how much is this going to cost? Oh, you haven't costed that either. That's going to cost billions because you can't just take it off the private companies. You're going to have to buy them out. That's going to cost billions. And then we'll have a railway service that still will be shit. Hills will always show those responsible for public disasters and never escape justice. That was already being muted before you came into power. Veterans, care leavers, domestic abuse victims will give them better access to social housing. Bullshit. Absolute utter bullshit. You're not giving veterans anything. You're not giving care leavers anything. You're not giving them anything because you've already said they're already way down the list to people who float here over on dinghies. Lie. You haven't done anything. Warm homes for all renters will lift millions of renters out of fuel poverty while freezing the old to pay for it. Warm home for all renters. Rubbish. Absolutely. How much is that going to cost? Nope, didn't mention that. Employment rights bill to be tabled, which will mean it'll be really hard to sack anyone as a useless piece of shit. And give more power back to the unions. So I could already see us, because I lived through the 70s, winter of discontent. I remember the roll. I was only a little kid, but I remember the pack-outs. I remember when it was dark all the time, and the rubbish was 60 foot high at the end of my clothes because no one collected the rubbish. I remember that, and that's because the unions had too much power. But now you're bringing it back. Plans to tackle benefit fraud to save 1.6 billion over 5 years. Huge saving. Huge saving. Yeah. 1.6 billion over 5 years. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That means nothing. You're not going to tackle benefit fraud. Not when you keep importing the vast majority of people who commit benefit fraud. Jesus Christ. Women's Justice Board to reduce the number of women going to prison or reoffending. So we'll fiddle the crime figures by not letting women go into prison. Oh, by the way, Labour, what's a woman? Well, we don't know. So that's pointless, isn't it? A crackdown on online sales and knives and gangs targeting children means nothing. You can't buy zombie knives. Well, they can buy a kitchen knife. And if you say, well, no, we'll stop them from doing that, they'll just take one out of their mum and dad's drawer at the kitchen. That's not going to solve crime. And gangs targeting children. Well, what you need to do is trying to tackle the actual reason why they don't target. Young kids go to gangs because they're looking for father figures. They're looking for a reason to belong. So instead of actually tackling that problem, you make some bullshit up, which of course is going to cost a lot of money. Ban on ninja swords. Yay! That'll solve everything, won't it? Like you banned guns. How many shootings have happened over the last couple of years? You know, from those banned guns? Because a bit like, the dumb idiots in America. Oh, well, we'll ban firearms. Well, the problem is the bad guys don't give a shit about your bans. A new foundation apprentices to eradicate unemployment for young people. Governments have been doing this for the last 40 years and it's meant nothing. It's changed nothing. So basically, Labour, you've achieved nothing. Absolutely nothing. You have spent billions and engineered billions of things to do, lied on several occasions, and achieved nothing, taking a lot of credit for things that other people have done. You've achieved nothing. And when you actually look at actual achievements, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, most of these aren't even going to happen. Lawyers, hypocrites, and traitorous clowns. That's all Labour is. That's it, as simple as that. Excuse me. Any case, a couple more videos popping up on the side of the screen there. Last couple of videos I did. Pop on there if you want to see what else I've done. Down below is my logo. Click on that. That'll subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to do that, that would help me. It'd be much appreciated. Same with the like. And the comment section is always open. I don't always get a chance to read them all or respond to them all. Sorry, I rephrase that. I do read them all. I don't always get a chance to respond to them all. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. So, until the next one.